Why you should eat junk food is obvious. It's immediately gratifying and delicious. So the why is a no-brainer. It's the same with abuse of drugs like cocaine. We don't have to explain why people abuse cocaine. We have to explain why all people don't abuse it 100% of the time, because it immediately activates the systems that mediate positive emotion. So that's a no-brainer. If you look at the alcohol cessation literature, what you find is quite a pronounced multi-decade set of conclusions that show that if you want to stop drinking, you need a reason. You need to find something to do that's better than drinking. And if you like alcohol, drinking's pretty good. It's a highly social activity. It's not that expensive. It's available constantly. It's an anxiolytic. It's a psychomotor stimulant for some people. It probably increases opiate response, so it's very rewarding. Well, the problem is that it ruins your life over a multi-decade period and blows your relationships to bits. But if you don't have a vision of yourself extending across that span of time, then why the hell should you care? And it might be the same on the exercise and nutrition front. It's like, you're not going to take care of yourself unless you know you have something useful to do. And I've been talking to people all over the world about taking responsibility, partly because if you take responsibility for other people, it improves your relationships. And if you have better relationships, well, you're much more resilient and you have much more of an opportunity for positive emotion. And so if you take responsibility, you have a long-term vision of yourself as well. And so maybe the psychologists and the medical doctors can get together and figure out how to ally the work on exercise and nutritional improvement with motivation and produce prevention strategies that people will actually follow, partly because they see a reason in following them. You need a reason to make a sacrifice,
Yeah, I think that's the key. I think that's the key point here, and I think that's the point I'm trying to make with respect to emotional health, which is if you don't have this why, we're just not robots that can be programmed to do all those other things. We have to have a reason, and I think your examples are great ones. Virtually everything that is bad for your health feels much better in the moment. So to say no to that, you have to offset the hyperbolic discounting problem of delayed gratification. You must have something that is stronger than the immediate hedonic pleasure of either not exercising, eating the wrong thing, staying up too late. You pick whatever it is.
Yeah, well, when I want to have a banana split, which is reasonably often, I think, but I'm pretty happy to have a physiological constitution that's a lot more like it was when I was 23 than I had when I was 50. That's a pretty good deal, and the value in that, I suppose that marginal decade, for example, the value in that's palpable enough so that I think, it is a sacrifice, but it's probably worth it. So that's the question, what's it worth making a sacrifice for? And it's a question you have to answer if you're going to put your life together and put your health together.